I'm Janine Turner, founder of Constituting America. Welcome to our annual academic study entitled History Holds the Key to the Future, or as Shakespeare said, what's past is prologue. This year's study is entitled The Genius of America, A Journey into Our Republic, a study on Alexis De Tocqueville's Democracy in America. As he surveyed the democratic character of America taking root in a land of considerable natural wealth, the young Frenchman reached several conclusions about democratic peoples and their government. Edward Lee. This essay is based off the chapter, The Ideas in Democratic Nations Have on Government Naturally Favor the Concentration of Political Powers. Volume 2, Part 4, Chapter 2. Pages 640 through 643 of Democracy in America, University of Chicago Press edition. That the ideas of democratic peoples in the matter of government are naturally favorable to the concentration of powers. By Dr. Edward Lee. In 1831, 26-year-old Alexis de Tocqueville found the United States to be a nation of 13 million inhabitants, experiencing the early years of the Age of Jackson. As he surveyed the democratic character of America taking root in a land of considerable natural wealth, the young Frenchman reached several conclusions about democratic peoples and their government. Coordination of power and authority should be exercised by competent, trustworthy, and confident leadership. De Tocqueville explains his belief that such efficiency will create an effective government, quote, in which all the citizens resemble a single model and are directed by a single power, end quote. The government will be lean and well-disciplined, with unity among its people. Slothful bureaucracy will be resisted in favor of responsive action. At the core of such a democratic model, however, is the requirement that government must wield its authority equally and fairly, impacting everyone without partiality or bias. De Tocqueville warns that, quote, unfair rule, equally imposed on all members of the social body, is foreign to the human mind in aristocratic centuries. It does not receive it, or it rejects it, end quote. Thus, concentrated governmental power must not be dictatorial or laced with favoritism. Rather, quote, its duty as well as its right is to take each citizen by the hand and lead him, end quote. Trust is essential. Democratic peoples deserve governments which display this adherence to fairness and objectivity. Patience and uniformity in the exercise of power are necessary because, quote, governments exhaust themselves to impose the same usages and the same laws on populations that do not yet resemble each other, end quote. Among democratic peoples, de Tocqueville suggests, quote, privileges of society, end quote, overshadow individuals who become, quote, lost in the crowd, end quote. Common goals, society's goals, are supreme because they strengthen everyone and promote collegiality. Democratic peoples adhere to and accept their government's mandates because there is a widespread realization that the people ultimately remain supreme, willfully endorsing and accepting displays of power by governments. De Tocqueville notes, quote, all conceive the government in the image of a lone, simple, providential, and creative power, end quote. Positive results are produced by this arrangement because it yields tangible energy, efficiency, fairness, and allegiance to democracy's tenets. Our French visitor stresses that, quote, the government and those governing are in accord in pursuing it with the same ardor. It comes first. It seems innate, end quote. A partnership favorable to all is established among the democratic peoples and their governments. This power partnership operates well because the people realize and accept that concentration of power in government hands strengthens society. Security, responsiveness, sensible use of resources, progress, and adherence to democracy become interrelated by such a beneficial arrangement. Our visitor concluded optimistically that this sleek governmental model, quote, is a natural condition of the current state of men, end quote. It displays long-term benefits for both government and the governed. This essay was written by Joseph Edward Lee. Joseph Edward Lee, Ph.D., Professor of History, Winthrop University.